Welcome everyone. March 29th, Good Friday, which is a weird name for this dark day to start with, shows the inversion of reality in a very clear way again. Nothing is what it seems. What is bad they call good. Anyway, let's get right into what I want to share you. There were two large solar flares yesterday, actually a whole bunch of them. Here you see there was a whole lineup of flares. There was this one, which was an M7, an M6.1, then a double flare, as you see here, M9.7 and X1.1 from that same sunspot. All they were erupting from. You're getting to that. Within 10 minutes, two separate flares, and followed by this M3.2, then early morning. Here you see the lineup. It was that was the one which started it, the 7.0 at 6:29 a.m. from sunspot 3615, which meanwhile is west of the direct line. Earth is looking at the sun west 51 degrees, and here this was then the second one, 1556, 6.1, and here we have the two neck on neck, 2046, 2056. Within 10 minutes, these two really sharp spikes, which was the 8th X flare in this year, and here's the 3.2, which then was early morning. So this was another volley of powerful frequencies pushed at Earth, and this is the most powerful of all those eruptions. Actually, I took the midpoint between these two charts, as they're just 10 minutes apart. So 851, I took 846, 856, you see. So anyway, I just want to say something. My channel is not so much about astrology as such. I'm really spinning it much further into a different kind of environment, which is way less speculative and assuming. I'm really basing what I do here on real data, real-time data, and unexplainable synchronicities. Really, I'm showing you, which is really how nature shows us what is important when things are off the chart, odds, unexplainable otherwise, and that's what I'm focusing on. So I'm really much more of a mathematician, if you want, a researcher, scientific researcher, than just an astrologer, or both together, if you want. Now, first of all, I said already in my last recording that each time an X flare went off was a substantially important moment astrologically as such, or in based on the calendar we are going by. You go please back to that last recording, where I'm going a little deeper into this amazing sequence of events we have seen so far in these last 3 months. So Jupiter went direct on the last day of the year 2023, and this was the geometric alignment. Look at this chart here. It's uncanny. It's totally empowering that jovial, that Jupiter force. And nevertheless, Jupiter is in an exact 90-degree angle here to the power axis, at the most yang point here, together with Uranus. So energies are building up toward that big eclipse, that powerful eclipse on the 8th of April, which you certainly don't want to miss, even if you're not in the area where you can even observe it. Really tune into the energy at the time. I'm strongly suggesting take some time to meditate around the peak of that eclipse, to really align your personal energies and frequencies, bring them all into balance within each other on that powerful nodal point where new energies are inserted into Earth's frequency. That is what eclipses are really all about. It is that imbalance of moon and sun's energy when the one of the two is blocked out, which opens the crack for something new to come in. It's the seeding moment, and then 2 weeks later, this is when things really will start snowballing, I would say, which is the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction on the 21st of April. And then following the last 10 days will be pretty dynamic, pretty wild, what we can expect to happen. So it's really a preparation, a build up to that moment. And each of these X-class flares has a particular target, if you want, highlighting something particular which happened. So on that day yesterday, what really happened, which I had actually been thinking about sharing with you, was this event when Asteroid Hygeia entered Aries. Here you see it at 000. This is Hygeia, the asteroid of health and well-being, of bringing everything back to a renewal, to a new understanding of what health really means in this crazy world. Really a very basic thought, a really basic thing to consider, to go deep into, which really can be at the core of changing your whole opinion about what is going on this planet. So this is this Aries energy, which is always a new birth, a rebirth, a re-emergence on a higher level, a new beginning of this energy. And you see, I mean, it's so uncanny when this little asteroid entered the first degree of the sign Aries, starting a whole new round, which is about 4 years or so. This is a bigger cycle which we were just starting. Jupiter and Uranus, yes, those two, which I keep repeating, this is the real event of the year 2024, that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which already happened in the heliocentric and the purely energetic realm on March the 14th, which now is more and more gaining real form. And then after its exact meeting, after their exact meeting on the 21st, then really the unraveling comes to this point, to the 21st. It's still a build-up happening, an intensifying of the pressure, and then at some point, when after that, then the dam will really break. That is what I have been talking about for weeks on end here now. This is really where we're building up towards. And there's many synchronicities then, and I mean, there's so much going on, I can't really keep up almost. I would like to do even much more than I do. So anyway, let's go back to the flare once more, because there's another real and amazing synchronicity hiding here, which is that 18th degree of the fixed signs, which we have here, the signs Leo and Aquarius. And as you can see in the in this chart, we have these exact same degrees now of the other two fixed signs, Taurus and Scorpio. So you get the full cross, all the 18th degrees are highlighted. Now let me show you something. This really is what I have been saying in my introduction. Let's go back a little bit and look at what I unearthed. This was when on March 20th the Sun entered Aries. All these charts are naturally for Greenwich, for the 0 meridian, which certainly is an outstanding place on this planet where the two hemispheres of Earth are meeting. It naturally, this is a human-made, man-made kind of decision where to draw this line. But so many things which are man-made are super important, because this is how we all function. This is collective attunement. So that's why these man-made, like the 1st of January decisions of when something starts, are super important. So we had that same degree, the 18th degree of these two signs here at the two ends of this power axis, and you see almost the same degrees are here too. Yes, it is a kind of uncanny. And then I'm not done. Let me show you a few more charts, and then we look into what this 18th degree is all about with the Sabian symbol. So let me keep going here for a while. This was on the 23rd of March when we had a heliocentric Juno Nessus opposition. I mentioned that in my last recording too. Again, the two same degrees. Now, what is Juno Nessus meaning really? This is the Juno is about partnership and mutual support, people starting to close shoulders, to bond together in a natural way, and the Nessus opposition is really what initiates that bonding even much stronger to take form, which is when we realize what we're up against. This is the Nessus energy, which is all about pathological behaviors and such. So this is it's really amazing how all these 18th degrees are showing up, and I'm not done yet. I'm just showing you a few more here. This is the one from today, and then we have the coming up on the 3rd of April. There's another important alignment, which is, let me show it. This is this one, when Venus and Neptune will have their exact conjunction. Again, a very important meeting of two planets. Again, the same degrees. So what is the 18th degree in fixed really standing for? And I bring back the chart here of the flares. You see also the moon here was exactly opposing Jupiter and Uranus. So there's so much powerful stuff being disseminated into this earthly sphere, you could say. We get charged up, and these charges are inserted at the exact right moment when the opening is there to all build up in the same, along the same theme. Now, the 18th degree of Scorpio is Transfiguration, according to the Sabian symbols, and I want to read you a little bit about this, because this is really the most important of the four. A path through woods, brilliant with multicolored splendor. You could imagine in fall, that naturally is, Scorpio is in fall, when all the leaves turn into all these iridescent, beautiful colors. That's what we are talking about here. The exalted feeling of a work well done and a truly consummated life. That is naturally from the perspective of the leaves. Rudyard's comment here is: a person who has lived with faith the transpersonal life, the life through which spirit radiates creatively, can experience blessedness and peace even though his or her cycle of experience nears its end. Yes, we are growing older, we are becoming riper, maturing, and yes, we're kind of at that last final stage of of a collective humanity to enter something totally new that is here implied too. The seeds are hidden perhaps. Yes, they might still be under really well encapsulated, yet they are filled with the power to overcome cyclic death. It is also the moment when the soul is at peace. The clear autumnal sky silently intones the great message, well done, little man. It is that energy too of giving us that appreciation. Human nature is a magnificent symphony of warm, rich colors. Now that strictly biological green of vegetation experiences the transfiguration. The other end of this opposition, and I'm here really referring to the scorpionic energies, which is here naturally with the moon. Let's go back to the other chart where this degree is more prominent, here naturally in the Aries, Sun entering Aries chart, which is in a way the birth of the whole year in a nutshell. That is one of the most important moments astrologically, when the Sun crosses over the equator, stands vertically above the equator, when day and night are exactly 12 hours on the whole band. A very, very special day. That is a special moment even, I should say. So here we're talking of the 18th degree of Scorpio. And that degree is over and again shows up. One more chart I want to throw in here quickly, which illustrates the importance of Jupiter, is where do I have it? It's this one, right? This one. Okay, here we go. Actually, I want to enlarge this one quickly too, so you see this is in May, then when Jupiter is exactly conjunct the Sun. Again, you have that same degree of Taurus and Scorpio. So what is 18th degree of Scorpio? It's all about purification, cleansing the doors of perception. Again, according to Rudyard's take on the Sabian symbols, it's a cleansing of our doors of perception, so clearing all that residue, dusting it off, dusting our eyes off, our ears, and also cleansing the container from all the perceptual images which are no more accurate, which are overdue to be thrown out, to be replaced, all the beliefs and whatnot, dogmas and whatever is no more in sync with this new perception we are seeing. So this is just a little look ahead that will be on May 18th. Just thought I should throw this in as a little extra here. So naturally the other two signs show up too, as I said, Leo and Aquarius. And again, let's go back to well, let me see which chart I should show you here. Most of all, I think is the one of yesterday, which is really showing an enormous power, which again goes towards that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction by the 21st of April. So I also have too many charts open to talk about, but yeah, I wanna go back to the one of the big flare. Let's just do this once more. Right, because here you have the 17th, or the 18th I should say. It's the 18th degree, it starts with 1700, so it's like we live in the 21st century, which started with the year 2000. Or if you're celebrating whatever your 40th birthday, then you're already entering your 41st year. That's how we count here. So the 18th degree of Leo is alchemy. Alchemy in the sense of refining, changing what is of lower frequency into higher frequency by intentionally working on improvement. It's actually a chemist conducts an experiment for his students, it says here, in inquiring into the hidden process of nature. The human mind experiences the thrill of discovery. And the 18th degree of Aquarius is the unmasking. The unmasking, and a man's secret motives are being publicly unmasked. Well, there's definitely a few people out there on our planet who need that to happen to them. All those who are not in our best interest, their agendas need really to be exposed, opened up, and that is part of these 4 powerful degrees which make a grand cross, as you can see. So I think I leave it at this for today, just to keep it concise, to the point. Again, I want to repeat, I'm much more of a mathematician, of a scientific researcher than just an astrologer. I'm not wanting to speculate too much. I'm really giving you as much information which comes out of the charts, which is obvious, which is not really too speculative at all. It is based on something real. Thank you for being here and listening, and have a wonderful Easter weekend. See you again soon. Bye bye.